Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, you see the drip and you see who it is. I go by the name of Jimmy Cool Walter. That part. And I just want to say, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate for y'all just even tuning in, tapping in with your boy. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all got our lives outside of this battle rap thing. And so does Jimmy. That's why Jimmy hasn't been as consistent as he should be. But we getting ready to change that. I also want to say, before I say any other syllable, any other word, please do Jimmy a favor. Hit that subscribe button. It wouldn't be wrong to hit the notification bell as well. Anytime Jimmy goes and drops some content, because Jimmy love the people and the people love Jimmy, you'll be one of the first to know. So let's just jump right into it. Usually I have the cup in my hand, but I don't have the cup today. And I threw on a silk shirt. You understand what I'm saying? Ryder, you ain't the only one who could do the drip, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I does this. Jimmy does this. But anyway, we're going to jump right into it. I usually have the cup in my hand, but I have my phone today because I want to be accurate going over what's going on. URL is having a event today called Smack Saturdays. And we have, let me count, 5 matchups that are, in Jimmy's opinion, I believe, good matchups. You know what I mean? So we're going to get right into it. We got NXT versus Murder. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've watched a lot of NXT battles, but I'm not too familiar with Murder. But I've heard that Murder is dope from what Twitter and from what the streets are saying. So I really don't want to give a prediction on that because, listen, you know this channel, we don't do biasness over here. So if I just heard about NXT, when I just been watching NXT, I should say, and not Murder, it's easy to say I'm going with NXT. I can't do that. So on that one, I'm not going to give too much input on that one. But the next battle, we got Prez Mafia versus Danger Zone. This is one of the ones where it could get tricky because Danger Zone, he's one of those syllable, illable, rapidy, rap back at a lack, putting it together, upstairs kind of artist. You understand what I'm saying? We seen the growth in Danger Zone and his pen. You can't question his pen. So we know what he does. We also know what Prez Mafia does as well. But the only knock has been the inconsistencies. And then once the stealing, quote unquote, was attached to his name, it just never been a steady flow. It's been up and down. Now, he have had some good performances even after the stealing accusation. But like I said, the consistency hasn't really been consistent. So if Prez Mafia can tap back into his old bag, you know, woosah, you know, hitting the shoulders, you understand what I'm saying? Them room shakers. It could be a preference battle. It could be. But going in and just knowing what I know, Jimmy gonna go with Danger Zone. I'm gonna say 2-1 edge. I'm not gonna sleep on Prez Mafia. I feel like he's trying to not reinvent himself, but get himself really back tapped in. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go slight edge, 2-1, Danger Zone on this matchup. The next one, we have Prep versus Drugs. Besides the KCJ mishap in the first, I like Prep against Swave. I like the Prep against JC. You know, ever since he removed the bow tie and the blazer and the bean pie. Nah, he didn't have the bean pie. Jimmy just joking. But when he dressed more in a laid back casual, You know, he didn't do the drip like Jimmy. He didn't do that. But he did it more laid back, casual. He's been more aggressive. And I like the performance that he's been putting on. Drugs. I like Drugs as well. Is this a battle that Drugs probably wanted? I don't know. Or either if Prep wanted it for either battle, I don't know. So I don't know really the motivation factor going pertaining this battle. But hey, maybe it was the bag. I don't know. Jimmy ain't watching the mic pockets, nor should I. Just make that clear. But I like Prep. I like what he does. And I like Drugs as well. He got the projection. His setups, not very long-winded. We seen him write dope material in short time, and we seen him write good material when he has the accurate time, meaning Drugs. I don't know too much about preparation, but if you name Prep, I mean, that should be a no-brainer. But on this one, I'm leaning towards I'm going to go with a debatable. I think it's going to be a preference. Yeah, I seen a tweet Drugs saying, you know, after Prep, he going to sit down or whatever. So I'm thinking he going to go out with a lasting impression for the people, for the culture. And Prep, like I said, Prep trying to, you know, not reevaluate himself, but, you know, be more active, get the bigger names. So I think there's going to be a preference. I think both of them are going to be high energetic. Projection going to be there. You know, the bars is going to be there. I think it's going to be one of those conversations. So I'm going to leave that up to preference. I'm going to leave that up to Jimmy's people. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. And that's how we're going to take it from there. Next, we have Nun versus Quest McCody. I think this has the potential to be the battle of the card. Like the best battle of the card. Nun has been dope. I think the best Nun I've seen was him against JC. He probably wasn't like sitting upstairs like where everybody else be who really be upstairs, but he was definitely tiptoeing up the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? He was definitely climbing those stairs. And then him versus Rada was good as well. Another good performance from Nun. Quest McCody, I think the last time that I visually seen him or watched one of his battles was against Cortez in that third round. Quest, let Jimmy be honest with you. If you bring two of those and then you sprinkle a little Sazon on one of them other rounds, just a little something, this might be one of those ones. And as long as none of them brings his energy and his content is still there, and Quest, you tap into that third round back against Cortez, I just feel in my gut this could be the battle of the card. But I'm gonna lean. Jimmy said he's gonna lean with Nun. A slight edge to Nun. Listen, Jimmy been wrong before, but this is why it's called predictions, because you just never know. I'm just freestyling off the dome. You smell me. But anyway, I'm going to lean slight edge to Nun. 2-1. Expecting both battlers to bring it. And like I said again, it has the potential to be battle of the night on this particular card. Last but not least, Shotgun Suge, Danny Myers. Battle has been locked in for a while due to certain things on Suge's behalf. It hasn't happened when it was first scheduled, which is okay. Life happens, as Jimmy stated in the beginning. Life happens outside of battle rap. We can't control that. But what we can control is what happens today. Danny Myers is, if not number one, he's definitely 1B as far as champion of the year. He's been dropping dope performance after dope performance after dope performance. And in my opinion, the only other candidate who's really ahead of him or may inch him or back and forth is A-Ward. So that's just Jimmy's opinion. Catch a drip again. I just want y'all to see. Ooh, Jimmy's feeling this trip. Jimmy get ready to go outside to his people, man, and just have a good time. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. Back to what's at hand. We know Danny Myers. Danny Myers, that pen of his is just... I'm going to leave that alone. Shotgun Suge. Last time Jimmy seen you was, I believe, against B-Dot, which you done better than what many of us was expected. They still saying B-Dot won. I still think it's a debatable, but battle rap is an opinionated sport. So you're never going to see one battle or battler winning 100% to 0 unless the other opponent choked all 3 rounds or just didn't show up. But anyways, Shotgun Suge, you have gotten more time for whatever reason. It's not Jimmy's business. And like I said, you've been attacking and you've been wanting all of the pinsmen. So I'm expecting you to have another B-Dot performance. I'm expecting you to be aggressive. I'm expecting that projection to be top-notch, which it always is. I'm expecting you to have those movie references. I'm expecting you to have those randoms. I'm expecting all of that. Long story short, Jimmy is leaning towards Danny Myers. Gentleman's 30. Suge is going to do very, very well. But I believe that Danny Myers and the energy in the back that he's been in on this run, I don't know. But I believe Danny Myers, Gentleman's 30, but a dope battle. Oh, yeah, and I just want to clarify one thing. Also, Geechee Gotti is in the running for champion of the year as well. That man has been... I don't understand it, but I understand it. But that's my predictions for Smack Saturday, man. URL, shout out to Smack. Shout out to Beasley. Shout out to everybody else that's just pulling the strings to make this happen and keep the content coming from us bloggers. Listen, let me do something. In the summertime, you need cool water. But all year round, 360 plus of those things, you need cool water. You smell me?